Today is the 29th?
Yep.
All day?
All day.
All day. Are we on?
Yep.
We on.
One person's there.
One person's on. We'll give him 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26,
2.
35. 2 people on.
19.
19 people on.
70.
70 people on? How did it go from 19 to 70? How's that possible? That's impossible. An impossibility.
109.
No way. 109 people?
143.
So if I... 130 what?
143.
143. Okay,
171.
so... No way! Hold on. So if I count 3 seconds, it should be like 225. 1, 2...
193.
Well, it's close.
205. Somebody said, let's have dinner this weekend.
What?
Donald Kailua? Kailua? Must be somebody here.
He's from
24.
Kailua. From Kailua.
Oh, that's his last name.
His name is Kailua.
Look like it.
That's a cool name.
236.
What's your name? Kailua.
45.
Kailua. And where you from?
Your
Kailua.
shirt is reflecting
Kailua.
off of the window.
My shirt is reflecting.
Big red.
Big red. Is that better?
Half of the redness is gone. There you go.
I'm a genius.
Now it's got this much red.
And now I'm in total darkness. Right?
Yeah, your face is darker.
See the flowers?
Yeah, it'll match your shirt. Nice. You can hear the birds?
Shh. Hear the birdies. Listen. Listen.
So you take that down.
Listen.
I'm listening.
No, I'm kidding.
If you take that down,
What?
because you got your window now, it's not reflecting. Is it too hot? Oh, do
It's
that.
cool. It's nice.
Okay, we'll take that down so I can see your face.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I see my face.
349.
3:49? That's all? You know we're running late. I'm only going to have 15 minutes to
Well,
talk.
top. Go for it.
I'm finishing my mint. I crushed my mint.
Take that down.
Want to see my mint on my tongue?
No.
No? It's really gross. It's cool. You want to see it?
Wonder what happens if I push this button.
Oh, no.
Should I try?
Whatever. What's it going to do?
I don't know. It's got some. It's a stick with like little stars around it.
Like an explosion?
I don't know. Maybe.
That sounds like a sun. Maybe more illumination?
Or a firecracker.
426. Oh, I can't sing.
Take this down.
No, I want to take it down.
Okay, then your face
Okay,
is
ready?
gonna be in the dark. Push it back up. There you go. Very nice.
Hi. How are you? How many is it?
444.
444. I think we better get started because, like I said, we're already running so far behind. Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank's 26 UB2Bs. It's good to be with you. Today is the 29th of January, 2020, and I greet you in agape love. Welcome. What we talk about is the Iraqi dinar. And we talk about, what the CBI is doing, what the government's doing, what other countries around it are doing. We don't talk about a given date or a given rate. We're not here to predict that. We don't have crystal balls. And besides, it's a speculative investment. It's an insult to even offer a date or a rate, okay? Let alone probably against the law for all I know. Okay. What we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is get to work right away because in 15 minutes, Will is going to come and talk to you for about another 15 minutes. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish it up with you. What I want to tell you is that our Firefly is once again going through waves and waves of emotions, of geopolitical events that are affecting his country. And it's all because of the Iranian influence, right? What's the name of our UB2B for tonight? What's the name of it, Tink?
Huddle up.
Huddle Up. You know, when a coach it does not really like what's going on the field, he'll say timeout, ref, ref, on it, timeout, and they give him a minute or two to talk about it. Talk about what? What's going on? What's going on? In fact, it's usually because things are not going that good. And if something is going really good and you're about to maybe score a touchdown, hey, timeout. You can call it then too. Good times or bad times. Because in the good time you see the next play you run, you want it to be run perfect. Let's talk about it. I told you that in my opinion, the Central Bank of Iraq had distributed to all of its banks the new small category notes. I still stand by it. I told you that, in my opinion, these same banks now have additional currency, the 10,000, excuse me, the 50,000 and the 100,000 for internal usage, not to be given to the citizens. And I told you that we're waiting still for what we call Article Number 2 from the CBI, where some representative from the CBI, more than likely a lock, he's just a figurehead, a yes man. Here, get out there and read this. And what is it? An explanation to the citizens about the new currency we're about to give them. An explanation about the rate, our exchange rate, why it's different, why we removed 3 zeros. Yeah. In fact, for that matter, an explanation of the history of our currency, everything. Now, I told you last time we were together that, in my opinion, and I still stick to it, I think that they've been wanting to do this every weekend. I mean that sincerely. I'm not telling you there's a date. I'm not giving you a date. But I am telling you that I really believe that they've attempted so many different times. And what's the problem? What's the problem? Have we isolated the problem? Yeah, you know it. I know it. The whole freaking world knows it. In fact, 16 countries have gathered together and they said, Iran, what? The leadership you got in there? Yeah. We ain't going to work with them. We don't want nothing to do with them. Oh, they got to go. And in fact, we're going to team up with the United States. And again, the last time we were with you, I felt that something small, which we introduced to you 2 months ago, was about to become something squashed. I don't know. I hope we don't go to war. I mean, I wouldn't call it war. I wouldn't call it war. I hope we don't have to go and teach these evil people that that support terrorism that's not the way to go. You cannot win with evil. No. Because even when you win with evil, evil will eventually destroy you. He'll never win. Now the problem we've got is that these bozos, these elite supreme leaders, this militia, they still think that they're in charge. And Parliament has actually become like, remember when you were a kid and you would play tag, but you always had something that was this is home base, or this is safe. As long as you got to a certain place, they couldn't tag you and you'd be out, right? Yeah, well, that's kind of like what's going on with the elite. It seems that this building in Parliament, that's why I said bulldoze the damn thing, burn it down. It seems like they want to be hiding in there and they ain't going nowhere. And they'll gather together, and the latest thing I'll read to you tonight. Oh, it's so dumb. When I told Walking Stick, he said we've been doing that for years, Frank. But they gather together. It's like their little chapel. And they think they still have authority. They think they still hold a political position because they're stubborn. The Middle Eastern stubborn attitude. They're not going anywhere. In fact, Chalet, who I told you, remember Chalet? I said he's finally kissing behind to the point where he's becoming a yes man. He went and got the information that was needed from Trump and brought it back over. And he's standing firm with what he brought because he says, I'm protected by Trump now. We all are citizens. We're all protected. So this is the name you wanted. And guess what? You're protected citizens. So, Sodder, funny enough, the worst of the worst, recently also came out and did something that caused everyone to say, well, really? He's kissing Donkey too? Yeah. Ain't gonna work. No, probably not. It's too late. And I don't know when this is going to end. When I was with you last, I told you it's like a shower head. You're taking your shower in this nice warm water, and then all of a sudden it comes out ice cold, and then back to super hot, scalding hot. I mean, like, oh! Iraq is in that position, teeter-totter with emotions and decisions. And like I said when we started out, our Firefly has gone in the last 48 hours through an awful lot of emotion with his family, his father. Greetings, sir. I heard what you all said, by the way. I was touched. In fact, let's get started to read, family. This is Monday. Was it Monday I was with you all?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that I didn't read to them Monday, did I? Yeah, I read to you where there's arrest warrants out for the prime minister that they wanted, remember? Who's doing it? The elite supreme. Why? Because he's saying bad things about the elite supreme. Yeah. And they put out arrest warrants for Mohammed Guy. That's stupid. Frank, this is all the truth. Yesterday, 3 were injured. No deaths in this bombing. Okay. Let's move a little further. That was around 3 in the morning Monday. Monday, 5:59. Kazemi is leading candidate for prime minister right now, Mr. Frank. Baghdad announced today they will be sent to Parliament the 1st of April after completion of the government. The blocks will not pass. No, that's not what we want. He has not been announced. Okay, that's good. Najafi on television saying that the government cannot protect the demonstrators and may have to seek international help. Well, that's wonderful because that's us. And if you heard me just a few minutes ago, I told you that 16 countries, 16 international countries have now bounded together, and they're going to protect Iraq. It's not just the United States of America. And the one that is just dying to help is Israel. That's exactly what Donald Trump is setting. I told you everything in the country. Iran is okay. Yesterday, 3:03 in the morning. Mr. Frank, I just saw last night the video from your UB2B. I feel bad about the difficult times and the difficult people that you have to deal with. But within what was 5 minutes, I did send to you, Mr. Frank, that it was not confirmed about the 31 that died. And not true. It was on one of Malachi's news stations, like you said on your show. Iran was just trying to spread lies from a year ago. And we feel like not good what people said to you, sir. So we have our own issues here. Security forces today opened fire on us again and even murdered a professor at the university today. Just today, President Chalet has rejected all the names. Hey, you know, the Kiss donkey guy has presented just today, President Chalet has rejected all names from the blocks, but we all knew this block went Iranian-backed proxy to continue. So right now, We don't know who the name will be or ever even given. Going report what we see on TV here, Baghdad News, that the USA military suspending all shipments of ammunition to the Iraqi forces. You see, you cowards, move out of the way. We'll take care of it. I didn't even read this part. This is good. So we're seeing on Baghdad today on the news that the USA military, hoorah, is suspending all shipments of ammunition to the Iraqi forces until Iraq improves its security position to protect Americans. I hope this gets on your main news, or those mean people will oppose this too, Mr. Frank. We really appreciate all you do for me, Mr. Frank, and all that you try to do. Best send what we see and confirm too, as we do. Father and I pretty upset for you and how you were treated, sir. Oh, that's sweet of them. That's sweet. Thank you, Eddie, and thank your dad. I can just see your dad. If he's anything like my dad, give me my cane. Give me my cane. Hold him, Eddie. Hold him. Don't talk about Mr. Frank that way. He's cracking up, oh sure. We appreciate all. Okay, sorry about that. So if we see anything big today, we will send the word. And sense on the streets is USA will strike back against the militia for the last rocket attack. So if anything happens, I will send it to you right away, Mr. Frank. By the way, Mr. Frank, I have a quick follow-up on Chalet. On Baghdad News, when asked about, since, Chalet rejected all the black names, where we stand, Chalet said he will appoint an independent candidate before Friday on Holy Day services. Okay, we wait. Eddie, what'd I tell you? What did Chalet do? Ring a ding ding. Yes, Mr. President. Yes, sir, I'll be right there. Yes, Mr. President. Thank you. I'll take this back. Citizens of Iraq, I'm protected. You're protected. And guess what? You got whatever you want. You got whatever you want. So, allow me to make my first decision. Anybody that was, nominated, you're out of here. All blocks, all your names, everything, kaput, bye-bye. You're out of here. And hey, me, moi, along with the people, with the file that you got, Chalet. Hold on a second.
Hello?
Hold on a second, brother. And me, Chalet, your president, the guy that you love, right? Huh? Me, right? I wiped out all the blocks. I told all those guys, no names except for the one that I brought you. You didn't bring them anything. You went and got it from Trump. And now you're going to announce it to the citizens of Iraq, and you're going to move forward. Yeah. What's the view like from back there, Chalet? Will, the floor is yours. Let me know when you're done.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you. Well, listen, guys, I was planning on playing a video for you tonight on the UBTube, but unfortunately, we can't figure out how to play it. So, here's what I'm going to do. I want to send it to every single one of you.
That's a good idea.
So, if you will, just send me an email or text me your email address, and I will send it to you. The reason I wanted to do this was because I was on a call this week on Monday with Dr. Lee Seward, Seward, and he's shown me how important this video was, because this guy, Dr. Seward, is the guy who was in charge of the team that created the animal product Heart Guard. Y'all, you guys know that. If you've got a dog, you know Heart Guard. And he was working for that company at that time, and he was the lead scientist in charge of developing that product for that company. And he said that he was on an airplane on his way somewhere, and this lady sitting next to him, and he got to talking, and he asked her what she did for a living. And so she said, well, she said, it's sort of difficult to explain to you, but if you've got 6 minutes, I can play this video for you and you can get an idea, a better idea. He said, sure, we got time, we're on this flight, so yeah, crank it up. So she pulled it up. She pulled it up on her laptop and played it for him. Point on, I knew that this was a very, very, very important, earth-changing product line. He said, because I had never heard of it. He said, I had heard of oxidative stress, but I'd never heard of this, and this sounded amazing. And now Dr. Lee Seward is sitting on our scientific advisory board for our corporation. He went all the way from not knowing anything whatsoever about the product line to now sitting on the scientific advisory board at the corporate headquarters in Salt Lake City. So the video that you're about to be sent can play a massive role in your understanding of what's going on, and it is an ABC News documentary. As a matter of fact, let me tell you about this documentary. It was actually originally intended as a hit piece. You know how some news organizations will come into a company and do they'll sort of like 60 minutes. They'll come in and ask you some questions, and then all of a sudden they turn on you and they're trying to tell you, hey, you are not who you say your products don't say. They're not what they say you are. All this, and they just do a hit piece on it. Well, that's sort of was the plan for this piece, but as it turned out, it was probably the best piece ever done for our company, because it proved that we are who we say we are, and the product does what we say it does, and led to 31 peer-reviewed studies by major clinical investigative clinics around the world, including the American Heart Association, Harvard University, oh gosh, what's that one in Baltimore, Frank? Johns Hopkins University.
Yep.
Also the U.S. Department of Health under the National Institutes of Aging. All did clinical reports, and that's not to mention Ohio State University, Washington State University, University of Texas, LSU, and all of these clinical peer-reviewed studies have been published in PubMed.gov. And actually, since the report came out and all these clinical reviews have been done by these third-party reviewers, our product is the only product named in PubMed.gov. Every other company does have products, health supplements and pharmaceuticals. They all have products that are reviewed in PubMed.gov. However, they're broken down into ingredients, and those ingredients are investigated, not the whole product itself. We are the only product that is named on PubMed.gov. The only one out of the hundreds of millions of studies that are there in that library. And that's quite an honor as well. And all of this took place simply because of this one 6-minute video. that ABC News Primetime Live put out. And the guy who did the report, or the reporter that was there, his name is John Quinones. You guys probably have heard of him as well. Ever since that report was done, he has been a lifetime customer of our company because he loves the product so much. So I want to share it with you so that you can see what all the hubbub's about. Okay? Because it actually could have a life-changing effect for you or for a family member. Frank, that guy I told you about that I was on the phone with when you called me earlier today,
Yeah.
he got ahead. He went ahead and bought the product for he and his wife,
Okay.
and I was tickled because it looks like, you know, it definitely might help them both. So that's a
Thank
good
God.
thing.
Thank God.
But there's several things going forward that that we want to share with you guys. Next week, I'll tell you this, Frank. Next week, I am asking Dr. Rich to come and visit with us.
That's great.
So yeah, he's coming back on board with us, and we are going to be educating the PDAB out of people. So, and that's really all we're looking at. We're looking at educating everyone that wants to know about oxidative stress. Why is it that oxidative stress is being studied by so many different clinical research facilities as a direct link to over 250 diseases? Why is that? Is there something to it? Well, yeah, there's something to it. There really is. And you need to know what diseases they are. You need to know why it's important in your life. You might say, well, I don't have any oxidative stress. Well, yeah, you do. If you're a mammal living on planet Earth, you breathe oxygen and you eat food, you have oxidative stress. There's no way around it. It's just like if you're a mammal on Earth, you need oxygen to live. Yes, that's true. That's true. So oxidative stress has been proven to beyond a shadow of a doubt that we're all suffering from it. It is the number one cause of aging. It is the number one cause of over 250 diseases. And we need to know, you need to know why and how you can control that or possibly control that and how you can reduce that in your own life. Because there are methods of reducing that. And that's our niche in the marketplace is we actually help reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days and up to 70% in 120 days, and it reduces even further as you go further. Okay? So, if you'd like to get an email address, you can text me at 910-690-6008, or you can email me at cluik12@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to send that over to you along with Frank's link. You can look at the product line, that type of thing, if you have in mind to. You know, whatever you want to do is fine. I'm just going to put the information in your hands and let you do what you will. But if I were you, I would invest 6 minutes and 14 seconds to watch this video because it just might change your life. Honest to goodness. Next week, Dr. Rich will be with us. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be some great information you're all going to enjoy. And that's about it for me, Frankie.
Thank you, Will. Listen, remember I called you today and I said
Yes.
that there was a
Yes.
gentleman, a doctor, an optometrist, and he wanted
Yep.
data and information, and I was gonna
Yeah, I
get.
remember.
Well, it turns out that, and I haven't done this in years. By accident, I deleted his phone message.
Oh, mercy. Well, I hope that gentleman will call you back.
Yes, he's been with us for quite a long time. I recall I think his username. I'm not, but whatever the case is, to the gentleman, the doctor that is the optometrist that tried to communicate with us today. I'm so sorry. Please call us back. And, yeah, hey Will, what you say we can get him clinical data on
Yeah,
macular degeneration, correct?
absolutely. A big contributing factor to any type of eye problem. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. And that's what he
So yeah,
is. That's his specialty, and he knows about the product. He knows about us. He trusts us. But now, if we can get him data, oh my, this would open the door to curing a lot of people, I believe, because
well, you know what? The problem is the oxidative stress. If we can reduce the oxidative stress, miracles can happen. But that's going to be up to him to delineate that information that I sent
yeah,
him.
that's
That's for
yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
That's why
hey,
he's the
listen.
doctor.
One thing I wanted to tell the family was, if you text me your email address, please put in that text, "I'm with Frank," so I know who to send what to. You know what I mean? Because I've got like 4 or 5 different people I'm doing this for now, and if you'll put "I'm with Frank" and give me your email address, I'll be happy to send that video over to you. Okay? But yeah, Frank, I hope the eye guy, the eye doctor, will give us a message back, because I'd love to get that information to him.
I
And
hope.
listen, good luck in your moving. I know you're going to be moving here today or tomorrow. Lord
Yeah,
mercy.
yeah, we're doing
Don't
that.
don't 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 pull a muscle or nothing.
No, I take Protandem.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Take it,
All right.
Will.
Well, I hope y'all have a wonderful week, and God bless you all. Let me know if I can be of any assistance to you whatsoever.
Thank
I'll
you,
see you
Will.
next Wednesday.
You bet. Bye bye, buddy.
Bye bye.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to where we were at. The problem is I have to scroll back up. And you can give me a time of where we were left off. That might help me a little bit. I told you that they put arrest warrants out for Ali, the guy that they wanted as a prime minister. Again, it's the bad guys in their little mouse hole that they exist in the parliament. And they, you know why they put out arrest warrants? Because they said he's talking bad about the Iranian elite that's in parliament. The mental thinking, sometimes you have there to wonder. Help me out, folks. Did they say what time I left off?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You were talking about Eddie and his father.
Thank you guys, because there it is right here, where he says, "I'm happy about what we saw. People saying bad things about you. So let's go past that. Past that. They're going to report on TV here, Baghdad News, that the United States American military is suspending all shipments. I think this is kind of where we were at. Suspending all shipments of ammunition to the Iraqi forces until Iraq improves its security position to take care of the Americans. I hope this gets on your main news, Mr. Frank, or these people will oppose this too. We really appreciate all that you do, me, my father, Frank, and we try to do our best and send what we see and confirm too, as we do. I know you do, Eddie, and that was just a one, kind of a unique case, but because it dealt with a lot of veterans, that that meant a lot to me, and it touched me, and I really didn't care if I had explained myself 5 times. I followed proper protocol. But these are veterans, and they can do anything. They can vent in any way, shape, or form, as far as I'm concerned, to my face. And then I explain it, and then if they still don't agree with it, well, then it's best that we part our separate ways. And I had to with one person, Eddie. Overall, everybody else was very good. My father and I precept how they treated you. If we see anything big today, we will send it. And there is a sense in the streets that the United States is going to strike back against the militia for the last rocket attack. If so, anything does happen, we'll send it to you right away. Follow up with Chalet on Baghdad News when asked since Chalet reached out all black names. Where do we stand? And Chalet said he will appoint an independent candidate before Friday, Holy Day services. We wait. I tell him, move back. You want to move back?
I'm fine.
Okay. I tell him a lot. You can see it's all the blue in there. So I tell him a lot of things. And as far as Chalet, I still believe that he is trying to survive by kissing America's behind, like a lock did. I really believe you're going to get your prime minister. So again, no regards to your father. Frank, protesters are giving now a deadline for this coming Saturday on three things. First, we want an independent prime minister selected. Second, we want new election law. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the election law is extremely important. You'll find out why in a minute. An election law implemented. Now, you may think also that they can vote and get the new prime minister. No, no. Oh, because this they're going to put in as temporary, and the election law will allow them to vote for the real prime minister that's coming. No, no. And for why? You'll see. Independent second, selected second want the new election law implemented, and third we want date for early elections not to extend 6 months. Also, we want whoever is killing protesters held responsible. Yesterday, 6:16 in the afternoon. Looks like from news report this today, sir, Sadr will be the new leader of the armed militia inside Iraq. That's why he is not backing protesters. He's now the Iranian elite leader. He took over Soleimani. Really, Sadr? From one S to another. From stupid to stupider. That's funny. Okay, really, Eddie? No, wait, Eddie. Let me get this right. Sadr? Yeah. He says that he's the new elite commander? Yeah. Do you know what that means? No, Mr. Frank. Well, you ever see those bullseyes? But this guy was already targeted. Holy cow. I mean, what did they do with Soleimani? Would you think they're going to do with you, Sadr? Sadr will be named the new leader. Here. Oh, Sadr, it don't get no sadder than this. Sadr will be new leader of the armed militia inside of Iraq. That's why he's not backing protesters. He's now Iranian supreme elite leader of militia. Well, it's not officially announced yet, but news says it will be soon. And I said, he's a target. It's between Sadr and Amir, but looks like they will name Sadr. They're both gone. Today. Yeah, so now we're jumping into television today shows us like 16 total countries. It is 16 total countries along with USA that are stepping in against the suppression and violence on the protesters and corruption in this country. Human rights are violated, and the international world says, man, are you kidding me? You're not going to destroy me? All that for nothing? And all the guys with contracts, can you imagine? They're like, no. So the international to protect a program rate. So the international world spends all that money to go in there and protect a toilet paper valued currency. This is really powerful. A heck of an example. All these 16 countries in the like who? Iraq? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Who? Iraq. Oh, yeah. I've heard of it. Yeah. Oh, all of a sudden, hey, what? You know how much money you got in Iraq? Iran is taking it. Whoa! Everybody then all of a sudden starts to run to Iraq. 15 of them, and there'll be more. It'll probably be close. It, it'll be a large number. So, anyways, they're now coming in and they're saying, "I don't think so. No, what you're doing? The suppression and the violence and the protesting, the corruption and all this caca. The human rights violations. No more. And we, the international world, we are stepping in. Them. We say yesterday protesting, giving government 4 days for these three demands I spoke of yesterday. But here, let me continue right there. Okay. This is really good, you know, because reconciliation is in the Middle East against Iran. Reconciliation against Iran is now international. Oh man, that'd be like that'd be like me saying the Republicans are against what the Democrats are doing, and now the world is against what the Democrats are doing. I watched that television. I watched it yesterday and I don't know how to describe what I'm experiencing and seeing. How do you define total denial? And the best example I gave is, a woman being 9 months pregnant, water, and then she says, "No, I'm not pregnant." And the things that I'm hearing on television, I don't know what to say. And that's why I don't talk about it no more. Y'all know how I feel. And it's not like I'm a Trump supporter. No, I'm a supporter of American citizens. And it happens to be that Trump, for some reason, is doing something for the American citizens that no other living human president of the United States of America has ever done. No, 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 never. I was going to say maybe close Reagan. No, no. Nobody is what Trump is doing. And I don't think nobody shall again, because what Trump is doing is going to not it's not going to rewrite history. It's going to write how history from now on is written. So yeah, we're stepping in them. We say yesterday, protesters giving government 4 days for those three demands I spoke yesterday to you, Mr. Frank, or the protesters will escalate to never before seen levels. The USA is not pulling troops out, no, and they are showing three permanent bases in northern Iraq, Mr. Frank, really close, Iraqi border. I told you. That they are building right now. All others saying protesters and government still being violent. Live gunfire with today, where our Iraqi army, the system is so corrupt, Mr. Frank, that our own Iraqi army is allowing the security forces of the militia to rule over us while our military does nothing. Yeah, they're cowards. They would not lay down their lives. They don't know the concept. They lay their lives down for their families, for their sect, for their roots, for their tribe. But it's nowhere in their DNA to lay their lives down for another tribe. Yeah, it's sad, and that's why this is good. And to a degree, move the hell out of the way. Cancel their ammunition. Stop their planes. Stop everything. We're coming in again, and it's a process. And when we do, what do you think? What do you think when we get in there and take over everything? Because that's where it's headed right now. What do you think? Nah, let's just delay the RI. How are you going to pay for all of this that we just did? Do the RI. Trump already told you in his own way. When Trump told you about the 35 billion American dollars worth of dinars in our treasury, in our reserves, foreign reserves, you know why? Because that's how a businessman talks. That statement was not political. The other politicians, the Democrats, were like, "Oh, did he just tell? Oh my God, he just told them." Oh, no, you can't do that. Yeah, well, too bad he did. Because what he did, that was a business statement. America to hold toilet paper, use toilet paper currency, that much of it? Really, America? You that dumb? Huh? Are you that dumb? Oh my gosh. How many we got? I don't know. We'll get some more, damn it. So then Chalet gives Parliament until Thursday on choice. The blocs will only pick more pro-Iranian. So Chalet is waiting on the new law. Excuse me. Yeah, Mr. Frank. 2:07 in the morning. How many people do we have, sweetheart?
Point 4.
1.4. That's. Thank you for being with us, family. God bless you. Won't keep you much longer. I say probably about 5, 6 more minutes. I promise. Bye bye. So after all of this that we've been, going through, what I said when we started, the waves of emotions. It causes confusion because you think, well, wait a minute, they passed the law, yeah, but it's the ones that pass the law have no authority. Well, but they passed the law, yeah, for no reason. Oh, okay. Are you sure? Yeah. No, they passed the law. The government of Iraq. No, nothing. Just stop it. And there's a lot of people that don't know how to study, so they get swept away. Yeah, those floods really come out of nowhere and just kill you. So today at 5:07, Mr. Frank Chalet, now he's kissing ass. I'm sorry to say that word, but what do you want me to say? Donkey, gluteus maximus, behind Parliament until Thursday. You got until Thursday. What? On the choice, bloc will only pick more pro-Iranian. So Chalet is waiting on the new election law. Now that's important. Why? Check this out. Well, Mr. Frank, he's waiting for the new election law to arrive so that he can appoint without all the controversy. Experts here are saying that the Citizen Act to Baghdad, which in return affects over. Do you know the importance of that? They 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 ship in voters. They truck in voters. The effect over 10,000 trucks. Citizens say in more intensified efforts coming if no prime minister by Saturday. If it's to say so. Mr. Frank, I know you asked me about the election law. Experts say so on television that is the new law. Yeah, the election law allows Chalet to pick new prime minister. Interesting. Over 600 dead in the last 4 months. 60 are missing. No one's investigated this. In my opinion, investigation is very deep. This is the evidence that they will allow Trump to take over Iraq in order to take over Iran. We sure hope so, Mr. Frank. Eddie says that this weekend citizens are ready to take everything to a new level. He says that Sauder and TE have nominated Mohammed Alawi as candidate. Told you. As candidate for prime minister to Chalet. You can bet those two selected him. He's pro-Iranian. Now Chalet will have rejected, and here we go again. To which I say no, 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 no. And by now giving the citizens what they want, but sorry, it's too late. These gentlemen are targeted. End of story. They will not be a part of the GOI. They cannot be. They don't exist. they'll be gone. And they can continue to pretend that they're making laws and making decisions, but they're not. And by doing that, it's called psychological warfare, Eddie. They're messing with your brains. They're messing with your brain. And the information 31 died, they're messing with your brain. They're messing with your brain. When you can be, that's when you can be defeated. Ali, the citizens that there will be an opposition against the militia soon. Well, I'll be darned. You think so, Eddie? Wouldn't it be something if all of a sudden there was an all-out assault? All-out assault. you know? Like, remember the Alamo or Guadalcanal, Iwo Jima? I mean, when they all just poured in all at once, you know what I mean? Wouldn't it be something? You think that the Iranians would fight the Americans? You ever hear it when it gets its tail stepped on? I think, if that was to be the case, Eddie, if we showed up with that kind of force and we just, showed up, just stood there, they'd turn around and run, wouldn't they? All the citizens' choice says that there will be, Ali, I'm sorry, Ali, the citizens' choice says that there will be an operation against the malicious. Your solution are in your own words, Eddie. The military, which is not doing anything, is being pushed aside by the American military and being removing your ammunition so you can't do anything, okay? And we're going to come in, and the moment we do, what do you think that the Iranian forces are going to do? Fight us? No, they're going to run, cowards that they are. And your next prime minister, who you this is the guy you want? That's what you like this guy? Okay, I like his hairstyle. I like that too. Yeah. Anyways, that's the guy that's telling you right now we're going to kick some ass pretty soon because I'm the new prime minister. Well, I'll be darned. So, I'm sorry to say it, Eddie, but freedom comes at a cost. Right now, it's been over 600 people that have died. But the freedom that you hear that is never, ever going to come to your citizens. And by the way, which, look at what they tell me that's the case, right? If that's the case, then hit them hard. Annihilate them. There'd be no reason for their DNA to ever be found. Parliament, Mr. Franks, you're not going to believe this. What? Parliament? Again, Eddie, what? You worry about those bozos. You'll always worry about them, won't you? It's a tribal thing, a political thing, is it? In politics, you can bring in laws to protect you. In a tribal thing, protecting you is some bullets. So, Parliament filing a lawsuit against America? Why? What, Eddie? Parliament is filing a lawsuit against America. For what, Eddie? Because they say that they're causing the citizens to have from military waste. Can you believe the Iranian proxies? Oh my God, Iran militia are killing hundreds daily, and yet Iraq allows Parliament to file suit for cancer. Eddie, believe it or not, Eddie, Iran has, oh gee whiz, for many, 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 many years, probably over a decade. Again, it's nonsense on their behalf. What time is it? Oh, it's late. It's late. I think what we'll do is we'll just stop right there. If you caught the first part, you understand. The CPI, in my opinion, is just simply pulling up right now. And Alak was, in my opinion, scheduled and ready to almost how many weekends get out there and make the speech. And it's almost as if every weekend they look at all the barometers, they measure things. Are we ready now? And there's one more thing too. Now, I've never done 2040. What? I mean, I know you've talked about it and you've thought about it. I've never led you in conversation. What if President Trump, who I believe strongly has has a lot to say when and not true. What if President Trump, the reason, with the conditions to be suitable in Iraq, but also with the impeachment? Because if I was Donald Trump, I sure as hell would do it. Oh, yeah. With great planning, with great results, with powerful impact. Yeah, I'd do it. I bet you would too. I want to thank you for being with us. God bless you all. Love you. I leave you in peace. Once again, the optometrist that called me today and wanted information about Protandim for macular degeneration. Yes, sir, we have it. Yes, sir, it has been of great success. I believe that the data, empirical data we can send you, will be of great help for you, your medical staff to make a more decisions if this is something for your patients. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyways, and stress, as you know, sir, is a great factor in the process of macular degeneration. The narrowing, the constricting, the lack of flow of oxygen with the blood supply. Yeah, lack of perfusion into that small optical nerve is because of the stress that we put upon it. Tink, were you going to say something?
They're all asking for walking sticks report.
I gave you walking sticks report.
Well, they think you
Huddle
didn't.
up. Huddle up. I told you. I've already said it many times, and I'm not here to yell or be critical of anyone. As I'm talking, maybe I talk too much, maybe I talk too fast, whatever. I told you already. A lock, in my opinion, was scheduled by the CBI to announce to the citizens the new category notes, the descriptions of them, the exchange rate, the reason for the removal of the three zeros, everything. Yeah. But every weekend it seems that there's something that stops it. So, in told, in my opinion, that right now the CBI is huddling up with all of its banks. And everything that the lock was able to release is what they're reviewing and going over. They know everything that they want to do. Ironically enough, the only thing they don't know, you have to understand the timing, right? The timing. Why would you reach out? Why would you reach out golden ring on a merry-go-round when the golden ring is the side of that circle of the merry-go-round? You prepare yourself, you reach and you extend your body and you reach out and grab that ring as you go by at the appropriate time. The timing has to be just perfect. So it could be that maybe we could factor in the impeachments. Like I said, 3 months ago when we started talking about this, what are you doing, Democrats? Remember? What are you doing? You crazy? It's going to backfire on you. It's going to open Pandora box. Remember? You'll never impeach him. The math is against you, stupid. Remember? And I said, all you're going to do is just bring it out into the open that you're a sore loser and you're mad that Trump is going to use the windfall from Iraq the way you guys used it in Kuwait in the 90s. That's what you're mad about. Not because you lost an election, because you lost some amazing power. And then with what he's doing right now with our economy, goodness. And then the American citizens, well, we got 300 million. I mean, even if it was 10%, 1%, we're going to sit on that money. We're going to invest it in the economy. There's a lot of things that are going to explode America this year, 2020. Right after when things seemed to be the worst. So for right now, let's just huddle up and look this over. And then get back on that field. And throw that damn touchdown and win this damn game. God bless you. Aloha. Aloha. Aloha Nakawai. Till we meet again. Wait a minute. Friday, team chat. For you. Only. Inside our forum. KTFalways.com. If you have trouble, you can't get into our forum, get a pencil and paper, write this phone number down. Inside of our forum, there's something called Premium. You want to be a part of Premium? Did you see what I did last night in Premium?
Yeah. What'd you do?
I know. I went in there and I don't know. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning for them. But I posted what Sauter wanted to do about the lawsuit. I thought that's ridiculous, but they saw it. And that's what Premium's about. I'll sneak in there and I'll throw things in there. But on Friday, team chat will be all for you. On Saturday, we'll continue to do what we're doing with your permission, okay? We'll open it up so that we can have our Q&A. I asked Claire no more than 50 questions this time, okay? We'll make it so long. I'm doing my best to correct 2 things. Number 1, my approach to you. Not yelling so much anymore and trying to be a little bit more calmer. Oh, man, I hate it. But I'm trying my best. You see, I found out the caliber or the quality or the quantity or I found out who's watching us. I don't mind being myself, but I have to have a little more dignity. What if the Pope, the Roman Catholic Pope, was watching us? Huh? Why would he? Why do you watch us? Y'all take care, and I'll see you. Oh, here's the phone number. Write this number down. His name is Steve. Steve is one of our admins. Purifier is his username. And his phone number is 440-296-2333. Once again, 440-62333. Tink, this is working.
Yes, they can call or text.
Yeah, you can call this number or text them and say, hey, I need help to get on. Hey, I signed up for the form. Oh, but I tried to get in and I used my username and password too early and I got my email. I don't know what to do. So call Steve. He'll reset you with our back office. I want Premium, but I don't want to use PayPal because PayPal's like an octopus. It sucks. Oh, well, give me a call. Call Steve and he'll get you our phone number or excuse me, our address. And you can just send a check and we'll activate you right away. Anything that you need. When it comes to products, though, and currency, I'm a registered agent with a licensed broker with the United States Treasury. Been doing it for about, 9 years with Larry, or 10 years, somewhere in that ballpark. And if you need any of our products, or if you need any currency, then you call me directly, and I'll help you. What's my phone number? 419-283-2552. 1 million dinars circulated is $1,050. 1 million uncirculated is $1,200. With every order, we give you free dinars. As an example, with every million, we give you 1,000 dinars free. You can pay with a check, a personal check, yeah, a money order, or even a cashier's check. But we don't use credit cards. We don't believe in using credit cards. to buy foreign currency. I guess that's it. I'll think about it.
Yep.
Okay. I'm all done.
Okay, good.
Okay. Guess what?
What?
I'm not hungry.
No.
No, because we had breakfast.
I know. What
I
did
know.
you have?
I had loco moco.
What's that?
Well, loco means something that is locally done. Moco. Well, I can't define that word. Because then, I mean, this is food, right?
Well, it's not moco.
But, well, you see, in the Philippines, moco is something of that texture. But loco moco is because loco moco is white rice. And you take a sterling hamburger patty, put it right on top of it. And then you take eggs. I do mine sunny side up. 2 sunny side up eggs. And then brown gravy, right?
Beef gravy.
Beef gravy. And they pour it all over. It's also served with glazed onions, but I despise onions. You just thinking of the word onion. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Talk amongst yourself. I had to clip. Oh. I hate onions. Oh, man. If they served me onions in a hamburger, I'd get in a fight on the floor with the onions. Do you like onions, Tank?
No.
Hate them, right?
Stinky.
Stinky, too. I like them. Far away from me. When they serve tempura in that onion ring, I eat the outside and I throw away the onion underneath the table.
Yep.
You know, where they put the gum under the table. Take care. Bye-bye. Love you. Talk to you soon.